broadcast today. My name is Cindy Speaker. I have with me attorney Brooke Thomas of Gardberg Kemmerly. Brooke, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Cindy?
Good. Nice to have you today.
Thank you.
Well, Brooke, we're going to talk today about children's disability claims, and I know that at Gardberg Kemmerly, you handle a lot of these claims. So let's go ahead and jump into this. And my first question is, can I file for disability benefits for my disabled child?
Absolutely, Cindy. A lot of folks don't know that, but children who are disabled can actually get SSI or supplemental security income. Their parents have to meet a certain income requirement. And of course, there's a whole special set of rules for children who are disabled. But if both of those qualifications are met, a child can draw SSI just like an adult can.
Okay, and expand a little bit on the types of benefits that they can receive.
All right, the types of benefits that a child can receive are supplemental security income. That's going to be benefits based on what their parents' income and assets are. It's going to be up to $750 a month. And of course, that also comes with Medicaid insurance. A lot of children already receive Medicaid, but it does come with insurance benefits as well.
Okay, and do they have to have certain types of disabilities? What disabilities qualify for these types of benefits?
Just like an adult, there's a wide variety of things that children can have that could qualify for them for benefits. There could be certain learning disabilities, intellectual disorders. Physical disorders can run from, type 1 diabetes in a child or orthopedic complaints. So really anything that maybe gives them some limitations, particularly in school or in being able to get out and about and play like any other child, those would be potential disabilities that could qualify them for Social Security.
Okay. And what type of evidence do you need to produce in order to qualify?
The biggest thing is medical records. So that's where, you're taking your child to the doctor, maybe they're in therapy or, maybe they're seeing a specialist. And the second thing is actually school records if you have a school-age child. A lot of times schools will have particular evidence that maybe that child can't participate in PE or they have to take a medication at school. And a lot of times if a child has maybe a behavior issue at school, the school reports that. You get notes home from the teacher. Unfortunately, sometimes those children get written up and there are suspension records and anything that struggle that a child may have at school is usually documented, and we want to get that as well.
Okay. And what about when the child turns 18? Do the benefits get cut off?
A lot of times they will get cut off. Almost always there will be an age 18 redetermination because once a child turns 18, they then have to meet the qualifications as an adult, and the standards are completely different. Now, in some situations, if it's a lifelong disability, they will do that redetermination and determine that the child can't work and should still receive benefits. Sometimes they'll do that redetermination, they'll cut those benefits off, and then that becomes a cessation. And then the parent has to decide and the child together, is that something we should appeal, or are we going to try to maybe go through big rehab or try a different path? But at 18, they will do a redetermination and do a reevaluation.
Okay. And let's suppose if they do qualify to continue benefits, is it a seamless transfer from one system to the other, or are the benefits interrupted?
The benefits should not be interrupted while they're doing the redetermination. If they determine that the child should continue to receive supplemental security income or SSI, it should continue without disruption. The only thing that may change is that once you turn 18, they don't have to necessarily look at your parents' income. So the only thing that changes is what they're looking at in terms of assets and resources for determining the monthly amount. But the benefits should not stop. Now, if they determine to stop the benefits and you have a cessation there, usually if you appeal it within 10 days, they'll continue to receive benefits while they're filing their appeal.
Okay. Now, Brooke, how do you get involved as an attorney? What role do you play in these types of claims?
Usually we get involved either after the application has been applied or filed and then denied. Folks will come in and we'll be in the process from filing the appeal for them and then actually gathering the evidence. You know, we can
Okay.
send a request to a doctor to send us the records.
Yeah.
If it's a cessation, we usually come in when Social Security has said that the benefits are going to stop, and folks will come in and need assistance in that appeal as well.
Okay. Very good. And if someone has questions and they'd like to reach out to you, what's the best way to do that?
You can reach us, through our website. There's a very easy, thing that you can click to reach us by email. You can reach us by telephone at 251-343-1111. And, someone will get back in touch with you as soon as possible and get your information, and we can go from there.
Very good. Brooke, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Cindy.
To those of you watching, either live or by replay, if you have questions or comments, you can leave them right on this page, and we'll get back to you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.